Hey everyone, welcome to In the Beyond. Today I'm back with another timeless pick-a-card reading, and today we're going to be bringing through a message from the ancient ancestors. So we have 4 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with this peach agate. We have pile number 2 with this green zoisite. We have pile number 3 with this amazonite and smoky quartz. And we have pile number 4 with this seashell. So pause the video if you need to take more time to meditate further and see which pile your intuition is leading you towards. And yeah, that's going to be the pile that is going to have a message for you today. You can find your timestamp in the description box below. And let's get into this reading. Let's go into these cards and let's go in the beyond. Hey group 1, if you are drawn to the peach agate stone, as well as to this Chilton Spirits card, this is going to be your reading and messages from the ancient ancestors. So you were drawn to this beautiful card, and this card speaks about healing and integrating all of the parts of ourselves, our light, our darkness, to become very whole. And it speaks about how to be healed is to be whole. But let's pull more tarot cards and oracle cards as well to get a deeper message from the ancient ancestors for you. Pile 1. Messages from the ancient ancestors of pile 1. What do the ancient ancestors want to say? Group 1. Messages from the ancient ancestors. We have the 7 of Stones, the Seed of Wands. Ooh, we have Judgment, the 10 of Cups, and 7 of Wands. This is very interesting energy. Really right away just being drawn to these 2 cards. 7 of Stones and Seed of Wands. I'm getting a few different messages. I feel like for some people in this pile, you might be going through a transformation. You might be looking to the divine for answers. You might be questioning the universe and questioning why things happened. I think for some people in this group, you might be experiencing grief. You might be experiencing a loss at this particular moment in time, and you might really be looking up to the universe for answers, like, why did this happen? Why did it have to happen this way? That kind of thing. And the ancient ancestors are coming through to remind you of your power and your ability to transform and your ability to travel through grief and to overcome grief and to travel in the realms of the underworld and to travel through the darkness and to transform that darkness into something more beautiful and to bring these experiences of loss and grief with you in the future, but to have a more positive outlook. Like, you will be able to experience joy again, and you will be able to experience beautiful relationships again in the future, and they will be that extra, they will be extra joyful and extra meaningful and deep because you have experienced loss in the past and you know what it's like to go through grief and lose a loved one or a friend, or however it resonates with you. You have traveled through grief, so moments of joy and beauty are extra filled with joy, and they're just like have that extra beauty to them because you've seen the darkness and you've seen the darkness, you've seen the light, you've traveled through grief, you've traveled through hard times, you know what it's like. And I feel like Spirit and your ancestors and the ancient ancestors are there guiding you and supporting you and helping you travel through, helping you travel through harder times, harder situations. Let's pull a few more tarot cards to get a little bit more information. What else do these ancient ancestors want you to know? What other things and messages do these ancient ancestors have for group 1? We have the Four of Wands. Yeah, I see this as like you are going through a transformation. You're experiencing a lot of emotions. You're experiencing many aspects of yourself. And yeah, you're just experiencing a lot of change and transformation and maybe disruption. And maybe this is new to you to experience to be experiencing so many different emotions so quickly, and things are just changing rapidly, I feel like, for you in your life, and there's just a lot of transformation happening. We have Knight of Swords. I do kind of see you guys as maybe experiencing grief and experiencing grief and sadness and questioning the universe and questioning motives and like, why did it have to happen this way? But ultimately, the universe and the ancient ancestors are bringing you a sense of healing and a sense of stability and a foundation and magic. And after you travel through this chaotic time, there will be moments of peace, and there will be that settling of all of the energies. And you will have gained a lot of strength and wisdom from this experience, and you will have, I just see you as somebody who, we have this woman holding this staff and we have the panda holding the staff. I see you as somebody being able to wield a lot of magic. Your ancient ancestors want you to know that going through these difficult, chaotic times, you are mastering emotions and you are gaining a lot of experience and wisdom, and you will be accruing a lot of magical energy. And the ancients want you to know that this is definitely something that humans have been doing for a really long time. Like, it's all about the human spirit and how the human spirit can go to dark places travel through them and be lifted up to find joy and creativity and new experiences. Transforming your pain into something beautiful is like really what your ancestors want you to is what they want to highlight for you right now. Transforming your pain, your grief, your anger, transforming all of those chaotic emotions into joy, beauty, into artistic, magical elements of what it means to be a human. All of these beautiful things that humans do. How we channel pain into the arts, how we channel our anger and rage and make beauty from them. That's kind of what your ancestors are highlighting for you at this time, your ancient ancestors. I keep getting messages of like ancient theater acting, like channeling your rage into a, you know, like a performance in a play, or channeling your anger when you are like dancing, that kind of thing. Like how humans are able to travel through such dark times and make beauty from them, engage in beautiful ceremonies and come together and have times of gathering that are very infused with the arts and drama and acting and you know, wearing beautiful costumes, wearing beautiful clothing, putting that beauty back into your life when you feel like the universe or just life has taken something from you. Bring that beauty back into your life, which in whatever way would resonate with you. So like if you are experiencing some kind of loss, a loss of a friend, a loss of a loved one, a loss of like a beautiful pet, if you have, or it could even be like the loss of a job, the loss of a living situation. It could just be anything. Take it as it resonates with you, but I think you've been experiencing loss, anger, grief, confusion, those kind of emotions, and your ancient ancestors want you to travel through those emotions, feel what you need to feel, and ultimately use the power of the human spirit to transform those emotions into something of beauty. Whether you start to design beautiful clothing, or you take on acting, or you start dancing, or you start painting, there's just something beautiful and healing in the self-expression of the arts and creating beauty. So the ancient ancestors want you to create beauty in your life in whichever way resonates with you. I think creating beauty is going to bring a lot of healing to you, and it's going to really help you in this time of chaotic energies, or yeah, I'm just hearing chaos and confusion and potentially grief. The ancient ancestors want you to create beauty in your home, create beautiful relationships if you have the ability to, like with your family in your home. Create beautiful space, like maybe it can be as small as just creating a beautiful table setting or place setting. Just bring small elements back into your life to create beauty. That is going to relieve some of the anguish and anxiety and grief if you just see beautiful things around you. Like honestly, it could even be as small as bringing some flowers into your home. Just having like a bouquet of flowers in your living room to remind you like there is still beauty in the world. There is still beautiful things happening. I know the world is very chaotic right now. Maybe you're just feeling that anxiety. Maybe you're just feeling the anxieties of the world right now. as we're traveling through a pandemic and economic chaos a little bit. So if that's how this message would be resonating with you, the ancestors, the ancient ancestors, are just coming in to remind you to just add little bits of beauty into your life, into your day, into your home, into your world, in whatever way you are capable of adding a little bit of beauty, because that little bit of beauty is going to remind you of the invincible spirit that humans have for life, and how ancient we are, and how long we've been on this planet, and how long we've been going through healing journeys. I think every human is going to experience some trauma at some point in their life, and they are going to have to learn how to integrate that trauma and how to heal that trauma and how to bring beauty back into their life. So the ancient ancestors are coming in strongly to remind you guys to just tap into the relentless, beautiful spirit that humans possess, to travel through any dark times and to come out of the darkness with beauty, and to use beauty to heal and to become more whole. They really want you to wield your power and your magic in a beautiful way. Keep your heart and mind open to the abilities that you possess to transform darkness into light. And honestly, yeah, I'm just really being drawn always with this reading to just speak about acknowledging the beauty in the universe, whether it's as simple as adding some flowers into your life, or just, you know, looking at a rainbow, or doing a little bit of coloring. Bring some color back into your life. Like maybe paint your house, paint your kitchen a different color, paint your house a color that you love. Do anything that resonates as being beautiful to you. So yeah, let's just pull a last oracle card to get any last messages from these ancient ancestors for group number 1. Group number 1, are there any last messages from the ancient ancestors for group 1? Yeah, the ancient ancestors are really coming through to remind us of like the feats that humans have accomplished, and like the traumas that humans have overcome. I'm just getting a lot of images of like wars and of like famines, and how humans have survived through those dark times and always came back with that beautiful spirit of wanting to add beauty into life and wanting to have happiness and being able to overcome dark times like war and famine and that kind of thing. So let's see what we have here. We have sea creatures with immersion. And we also have, we have soul retrieval reclamation. Yeah, we have all these dolphins. I'm really being drawn to the dolphin right here. We have all these beautiful sea creatures, and I think this is the ancient ancestors just wanting to come in to remind you to have that joyful playfulness, like adding in, don't forget about play, don't forget about joy. I know chaotic times are hard and things can feel very heavy and dark, but there is always that option to view the world in a more playful way and to have a little bit of fun. Try to bring in a moment of joy in your life if possible. And we also have the soul retrieval card, reclamation. This card is talking about bringing back lost parts of ourselves and our soul back into our life. This card speaks a lot about overcoming trauma And when we go through trauma, we might feel like we lost a part of ourselves, or we might feel like we're not the same. And this card speaks about ways of bringing back who we used to be, or like those lost parts of ourselves. So I think the ancient ancestors are just really wanting to highlight your journey of healing and your journey of bringing back a lost part of yourself, bringing back that playful energy, that childlike way of seeing the world, and honestly just bringing back a little bit of beauty into your life. And what do you think of when you hear the word beauty? Do you think of art? Do you think of music? Do you think of dancing, like, or do you just think of arranging your space in a beautiful way, gardening? Like, it can literally be anything. We all have different ideas of what beauty is and what we find beautiful. So just connect to what you feel drawn to, what kind of beauty you feel like bringing into your life. Do you weave? Do you crochet? Do you like to arrange your interior design in a certain way? Like, it can be anything. But yeah, bringing back moments of beauty and joy and bliss into your life so you can find lost parts of yourself. That is what the ancient ancestors have to say to you guys today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I just love doing these readings, and please like and subscribe if this did resonate with you. Please leave a comment below letting me know how this resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey group 2, if you guys were drawn to the green zozoite as well as this corn goddess card, this is going to be your reading from the ancient ancestors. What do the ancient ancestors want you to know today? We are going to start with some tarot, and we will be pulling oracles as well. But yeah, let's see what the ancient ancestors want to say to group 2. Ancient ancestors, what do you have for group 2 messages? Okay, we have Root of Cups, the Magician. Ooh, we have Temperance as well. Ooh, 3 of Thunder. Wow, Ace of Cups and 6 of Wands. This is very beautiful energy. Let me just take a moment to channel these ancient ancestors. So for group 2, the ancient ancestors really want to speak about the feminine qualities and the power of the human heart and the power of love and the power of the divine feminine, the power of that loving, compassion, heart-centered energy, and that divine feminine energy that all humans have. Yeah, I'm just really being drawn to these images. They want to speak about the feminine energy. This card is showing a corn goddess, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's talking about the metamorphosis in the shamanic ceremonies of connecting to spirit animals, and this goddess is half woman and half feline. She's transforming into the feline, the jaguar. And I think the big cat energy, jaguar energy, and the goddess energy is really coming strongly today into this reading for group 2 to speak about those feminine qualities of intuition and love and the heart-centered ways of being and the mysteries that the divine feminine possesses, and the ability for the feminine energy to hear intuition and to hear spirit and to be intertwined with the animal kingdom and the animal world, bringing balance back into the world, bringing the feminine back into the world. I'm just getting a lot of messages, so I'm just going to channel for one moment so they can be clear. Okay, so the ancient ancestors want group 2. They want you to take your love of the animal world. I think group 2, you have a big heart, you love animals. I think you're very connected to spirit and your intuition, and I think there's a message here for some of you guys in group number 2 to connect to your love of the animal world and the environment and the issues that the environment is facing and the issues of habitat loss and endangered species. I think you maybe have been wanting to engage in some environmental activism, and the ancient ancestors are really praising you guys for that. If you have been engaged in that, or if you want to and you feel like in the future you will be doing something like that, the ancient ancestors really want to like praise you and say like thank you, and we really need healing on the planet, and we really need humans to awaken to the divine feminine energies, and we need humans to be the caretakers of the world and to really look out for the animals as well. And it all comes back to love, like having love for nature, having love for animals, having love for the earth. So yeah, that's just a message that wanted to come through for some of you guys here. There is other messages as well. Whether you are male, female, non-binary, these ancient ancestors are coming in strongly to speak about the divine feminine energies and to awaken to the divine feminine energies that all the humans possess. No matter what your gender is, they really want more humans to be engaging with these qualities of the feminine, such as deep intuition, being very connected to spirit and listening deeply to spirit, listening deeply to yourself and nature, really connecting to your heart space and really connecting to what your heart is desiring. And yeah, just really being connected to love and that energy of caretaking and nurturing, like bringing that into your life in a way of adding more self-care into your life, or just bringing that into your life and into your community to help others. Either way, take those messages as they resonate with you, or just really being supported, and you guys are really being supported by the ancient feminine right now. There's a lot of this ancient goddess energy coming through in this reading, ancient Mother Earth energy. Yeah, and these ancient goddesses, they want to work with you if you are open to it, or if you feel called to work with these more feminine energies. And yeah, it's all coming back to compassion and love and loving something enough to nurture it, using your love in a very positive way, whether that's for self-love, whether that's for nurturing your close family and friends, or whether you feel called to be a community activist or an environmental activist in some capacity. They're just speaking about the energies that you possess for love and compassion and connecting to nature, that kind of thing. Let's pull some more oracle cards to get more information. More information for group 2, please. What does group 2 need to know? Ooh, we have the shaman energy with completion. Yes, okay, wow. Again, we have this beautiful bear energy. We have this beautiful magical shaman energy, and we have this gorgeous bird. You guys are very connected to animals. You're very connected to the ancient ways of being connected to nature and being connected to the animals. You might be herbalists. You might be just people who love animals. You're potentially environmental activists. There's a lot of that like maternal mother bear energy coming through in this reading, and yeah, that's the energy that wants to come into your life. The ancient ancestors are saying to trust your intuition and trust what's guiding you right now. Trust in yourself if you want to be an environmental activist. Bring more self-care and nurturing into your life if that's what you need. Or maybe it's time to nurture some others and bring your magic into your community, to start to bring healing into your community or into your family. Just take that as it resonates, but that's the energy that is coming through for you guys in this reading. Yeah, that's really what I'm seeing for you guys, group 2. I think the ancients are just coming in to remind you of your power and your connection to the ancient divine feminine and to the goddesses, and to creating peace and healing for yourself and others. I think you have a strong talent for healing. And this is all coming back to your beautiful heart space. So really nurture your heart, nurture yourself right now. Listen to your heart and its needs and desires. And yeah, there's just so much potential for you guys with healing and with connecting to the feminine energy. And I see a lot of good things entering your life. I see you guys working strongly with nature and the divine feminine to bring peace and healing into your world. So please let me know if this reading did resonate with you. I would just love to hear about it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if this reading did resonate with you. And I really hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hey group 3, if you were drawn to this Amazonite and Smoky Quartz crystal, as well as the Calling of the Spirits card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what the ancient ancestors want you to know today. What messages do they have for you guys? So there was 2 cards that came out for this group. We have the Calling of the Spirits card as well as the Singing Shaman card. So right away, like without pulling more tarot and stuff, I'm really being drawn to the fact that the ancient ancestors are really highlighting your voice and your throat chakra. I think your voice is needed at this time on Earth in some way. And the ancient ancestors really want you guys to know that. But yeah, so let's pull more tarot and oracle as well to get more deeper information from the ancient ancestors. So, group 3, messages from the ancient ancestors of group 3. Please, Spirit, group 3, ancient ancestors. Ancient ancestors of group 3. have Harvest of Wands. I love that. Harvest of Thunder. 10 of Stones. 10 of Cups. 7 of Wands. Okay, so just right away, the first tarot card that came out, we got the Harvest of Wands and just this beautiful imagery. This wolf is howling to the moon. He's using his throat chakra. He's using his voice. He's connecting to the moon, connecting to his calling, connecting to the energies. I think the ancient ancestors want you to know that the divine, you are a vessel for divine inspiration, and the divine runs through you. And there is something about using your voice and using your throat chakra at this time. The ancient ancestors really, really want you to engage and start to really step into your power and to use your voice for something, whether you feel like you are an activist for something. Your voice is needed in a political way. Your voice could be needed in an artistic way. You could be a beautiful singer, and your voice could be needed to bring healing and joy to people. Your voice could be needed in more of an educational way. You could have a very strong talent for bringing through teachings and just like teaching the next generation, like academic things or just anything, honestly. Take that as it resonates. Your voice is just really needed. I think you need to share your voice, share your story, share who you are in some way, whether you are an author or you are an artist and you share your voice through your art. Painting is a way to share your voice. It's a non-verbal way of sharing your voice. All of the arts are. Just connecting to that throat chakra in whatever way you feel called to connect to your throat chakra. There is something there for you guys, and the ancient ancestors are seriously highlighting that in this reading. Connecting to your voice, calling out your desires out into the world. Whether you just like, you are more shy and you don't want to be on stage singing, you know, there's other ways to share your voice, whether you just like record your voice and share those recordings. So take it as it resonates, and do what you feel called to. But it's really time to start focusing on sharing your gifts, sharing what you are talented at, sharing what you have a calling to do, and sharing your voice and really engaging with your personal empowerment and who you are as a person. Yeah, let's pull some more oracle cards. Yeah, what do we need to know from the ancient ancestors for group 3? How can they share their voice? Where do they need to share their voice? Okay, we have the medicine bag with treasure. The ancient ancestors are really highlighting some kind of treasure that you guys have as a gift. I think you have a gift that the ancient ancestors are wanting to speak about. A gift and a talent that is very magical and healing and creative, and they want you to start bringing that beautiful gift out into the world. The ancient ancestors are saying that these beautiful gifts are rare, and it's very unique to have them. And when we have gifts and talents, it's important that we share them so that other humans and, you know, other people on the planet can experience what you have to share. They can experience your talent, they can experience your gift, they can experience, you know, your beautiful singing voice, or they can look at your beautiful paintings, or they can watch you act a beautiful performance in a play, like that kind of thing. You guys are a treasure. Your ancient ancestors have passed on these gifts to you for a reason. You just have an incredible capacity and potential with these gifts, and they really want to see you use them. They want to see you step into your power. They want to see you wield your gifts and to wield your talent and to show people how talented you really are. The ancient ancestors really want you guys to know that. Ooh, we also have the North Spirit with Solitude. That's a beautiful card. Okay, this card is speaking about your talent and your calling and connecting to your North Star. What is your North guiding star telling you to do? Connect to that energy of maybe even connecting, if you know in astrology what your North Node is. If you don't know, maybe looking into that could give you clues to what these ancient ancestors are speaking about. But yeah, they're really talking about connecting to your inner guidance, connecting to your inner stars, and following those stars like a compass, like following your dreams and wishes as your compass, connecting to your third eye chakra as well as your throat, connecting into the things that you visualize as your deepest dreams and visualize as your deepest fantasies and daydreams, and you know, what is your calling? What are the deities and celestial bodies calling you guys to do? And maybe you need some solitude to figure that out if you don't already know. If you don't know what your calling is at this time, taking some solitude to connect to your spirit would help you to find that out. Having a little bit of solitude would allow you to connect to your heart space and connect to that inner guidance, and to just hear from your deepest soul what you're being called to do and how the earth and how your soul needs to share its voice here on earth. Sorry if that was a little confusing. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling from this beautiful Bear and North card. It's all about connecting to your dreams and your intuition and listening to the inner voice inside of yourself and asking yourself, where am I being called? And following that intuition, following your heart, and sharing your beautiful gifts and realizing what a treasure you are and how these gifts are rare and how you can share them. So yeah, that's what I'm really picking up for you guys, group 3. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you. Please like and subscribe if this did resonate. And I really hope to see you in one of my next readings. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hey group 4, if you were drawn to this seashell as well as this Anana card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what the ancient ancestors have to say to you today. You were drawn to the Anana card, and Anana is an ancient Sumerian goddess, and she has a story about traveling down to the 7 layers of the underworld. But let's pull some more tarot to channel deeper messages from the ancient goddesses. Group 4. Messages from the ancient ancestors. Messages from the ancient goddesses if they wish to bring messages. Group 4. we have the Four of Cups. Ooh, we have Death. Nine of Wands. Nine of Stones. And Nine of Thunder. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so Inanna is a goddess, all about her journey of transformation. I think she's a fertility goddess, and she does have a story about traveling down the 7 layers of the underworld, and I don't know the full story, but knowing stories about the underworld and about fertility goddesses, they often speak deeply of transformation and the cycles of birth, death, rebirth. I think the ancient goddesses are all about those fertility cycles of birth, growth, maturity, the energy of waning, dying back, the energy of death, to be reborn. It's all about transformation. So the energy that's coming through for you guys, we have a strong energy of transformation coming through. Transformation, death, traveling through harder places and spaces to come out as somebody who has gained wisdom, who's gained experience, who's connected to their inner self and their inner goddess, who's connected to their intuition and deep wisdom. That is the message that is coming strongly through at the beginning of this reading from the ancient ancestors for you guys, pile 4. And we do have 9 of Wands, 9 of Stones, and 9 of Thunder. And that has never happened to me in a reading before, where I've gotten so many of the same number come out. So I'm really feeling drawn to talk about the number 9 and the symbolism of number 9. 9 is usually connected to journeying, connecting to the energy of the Sagittarius sign of the zodiac. It's all about spiritual travel, taking journeys to find wisdom, taking journeys to engage with the intellect and learning and the higher mind. The Hermit card is associated with the number 9, so you might be feeling like you've been on a bit of a hermit's journey of going into yourself to discover new things about yourself, to discover who you are on a deeper level, and to bring that back out into the world. With these cards coming out, I just feel really strongly like the messages around fertility for you guys. Not literal fertility, unless a few of you could resonate with like the literal messages of fertility, but I'm feeling like just in general you guys are going through a time in your life that is kind of marked by the harder aspects of life and more of an energy to do with, you know, death and transformation. I feel like maybe you've been experiencing some kind of like personal loss in your life, and you're not seeing all of the beauty and the growth that is going to come from the energy of the dying back of like something in your life, whether it's like relationships or romantic connection that had to end so you could find something better, or a living situation or a job that needed to end. I think there's an ending in your life recently that you're not able to see why it needed to happen and what will be taking its place in the future and what new growth will be able to enter your life because of a certain loss. And the ancient ancestors are wanting to come through today to remind you that Death is only a transformation. Loss is only a transformation. There will always be something new to take its place, and there will always be new growth, and there will always be a spring, and things will always be reborn. So whether you lost a living situation or a job or a partnership, or maybe you did experience real grief and loss of a loved one, whatever it is for you, the ancient ancestors want to remind you that death is just a transition. It's just a moment of ending for a new beginning. And if you did lose a loved one, they just want to remind you that energy cannot be created or destroyed. We all have an eternal aspect of ourselves, and your loved one will always be with you in the spiritual world as well. You are not alone. We all have an eternal aspect of ourselves, and you will be able to feel your lost loved one in the spiritual world as well. Yes, and I just feel like you're going through a time where you are learning a lot. You are engaging with discovering wisdom. You are learning more about yourself and the world and the universe, and you are really connected to spirit and the divine right now. You are engaging in connecting to your magic and connecting to the unseen realms as well during this transformational period in your life. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained right now as well. Let's pull some oracle cards to get more information. Group number 4. What do the ancient ancestors of group 4 have to say? Group 4, messages from the ancient ancestors. And I was just drawn to the bottom of the deck with antelope, new paths. Consider whether you're happy on your current path. I think I was just drawn to look at that to just like remind you that if you did experience some kind of ending or loss, it's just a time to reevaluate things and to consider what new pathways you want to go down and how you can use this time of ending in your favor and see it as actually a new beginning. We also have flamingo spirit with unity heart. You are being called to work on collective healing. Oh, that's beautiful. Definitely you're on a healing journey right now, going through the ups and downs of an emotional journey as well. I think you are very in tune with spirit, and you're really being guided right now by the ancient feminine goddess energies of fertility and healing as well. We have wolf spirit with heart medicine. Let go of that which does not serve your highest good. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely coming out to remind you that I think if there was an ending, like an ending of a job, an ending of a living situation, or an ending of a romantic partnership, I think it was in your greatest good, in alignment with where you need to go next. Try to keep an open heart. Try to be open to receive new things into your life. Try to be open to viewing this ending as a new beginning. See the world in a way where you are creating something new and starting a new endeavor. Because transformation is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing cycle. It doesn't really have an ending or beginning. We're always in the flux and flow of transformation and fertility in our lives, and there's always ebbs and flows and ups and downs and things end so new things can come in. Maybe you had to move a house that you loved and it's causing a lot of stress and grief, but I think this reading just wants to remind you that be open to new things, be open to that ending of a potential living situation, to be like, oh wow, I never would have thought. I'm so much happier in this new home that I just found, because the location is so much beautiful, or is so much more beautiful, or you know, I'm able to meet new neighbors now that have become my best friends, all because I moved to a different location. Like, I think there's always opportunities for optimism in times of transition and flux and flow, and just how we kind of perceive things can impact our happiness, and how we are able to adjust to new situations, and how we can find healing through times of transition as well. And if you have been going through a journey that was marked by an actual loss of a loved one with deep grief, the ancient ancestors are just wanting to remind you to keep a strong heart right now, and to really take care of your heart. Really focus on your self-care, tend to your grief, tend to what your heart needs, allow your emotions to be expressed when you need to express them, and really tend to your heart and your emotions. This will be a healing journey for you. This will be, you know, you will be traveling the ups and downs of the grief journey. It will be painful, but definitely tend to your heart. Allow what needs to allow. Allow the needs of your heart to be received. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to be comforted. You know, just really tend to your emotional body right now. And through this journey of grief, you will be gaining more wisdom about the mysteries of life, and about, you know, where your loved one is on their journey in the spirit world, and the connection of spiritual energy in the other realms as well. It is a journey of growth and wisdom and knowledge as well. So take those messages as they resonate. See which one's called to you. See how they resonated with you. And yeah, that's what the ancient ancestors have for you today. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really love doing these readings, and please like and subscribe if this did resonate with you. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you as well. I just love to hear from you guys. I hope to see you in one of my next readings, and thank you so much for joining me today.